All right, so I want to share something. Many of you may already have known this that are really into Chief Architect. I just discovered this a couple days ago, and I've been working on making this all kind of cool. So I thought I'd share it with everybody. Um, First of all, I'll move this out of the way. What I did was for my detail sheets, I either have three sections like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or if they're too big, I just do one line down the middle and two this way. So I end up with 6 detail sections. So here's what a 9-pack looks like. And here's what a 6-pack looks like. And what I wanted to show you was the relationship between everything, because I never used to use these label names or call outs or anything. I used to manually type all this stuff in. And then if I changed something, of course, I had to come back and change that. So I'm going to give credit to, let me think about this, John Schrader, Dan Bowman, um, some guys over at Inspire, the way they do things. I don't know how Inspire actually does theirs, but it looks pretty awesome. They use call outs. But, anyways, here's how I used to have all my details in a big long list, and I used to have numbers in front of them, sort of like this. I would have bracket just because I wanted them in some kind of numerical order so I could find them quick. But by doing that, I'm causing myself more headaches down the road. So you'll have to forgive me. It's been a long day. I'm going to add this concrete step to foundation detail. So this is something that I drew a long time ago, used it somewhere. Double click. I'm going to open it up. This can go away now. I'll bring it back if I need to see it again. So here it is. Simple little detail. Looks like it's a 1/2 inch scale. These are the names. I used to send this whole thing to a layout, and it would already come with a number 128 or whatever, because I really didn't care what number it was as long as I could reference that somewhere in the plan to come find this number on whatever sheet. Um, but now, some of the things that have changed are this clean font. That's who I would thank JP for turning me on to Universe, because it's a very nice, clean, thin font. Um, so here's some of the things. Like here's something that John Schrader said. I'm gonna point to point move this to this center reference. This is the 00 reference. So every single schedule is going to start right there, and just start doing it as a habit. And then if you have to move things or whatever, you have your schedule focused on 0, 0. Now, let's see. I'm gonna reorder these while I'm here. A B. I'll make F C. See how I'm just dragging that? E can be D. So A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, nice. And it can be any way you want. I don't know if I need this wide. I could probably shrink this down quite a bit. And I'm going to check something. Double click. Yeah, so I've got that. Now, like I said before, this new custom category, cancel. I went crazy. So I have a whole bunch. Look at this. Where was I going with that? Okay, I checked the labels. This one is actually square. Oh, yeah, because I don't have it set from the schedule. I have it set from the notes. So, anyways, I want to put this in my layout, and what I've learned is whatever this is here is what it's going to be called in your layout. So, concrete step to, foundation. Let me think about this. Yeah, that would work. So I'm going to leave it like this. Oh, and I got to show you, I use Raycast. And if I want this over here against the side or the middle or the left side or up in the right hand corner, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Not just for that, Raycast is insane. It's limited only by your imagination. So I'm going to send this. In fact, I'm going to take this over here, put it on another monitor, and put it where it goes. There it is. I'm going to send this. And if you notice here, it says 1/2 inch scale. So we'll just change this to half. Hit enter. And there it is. And you can tell that, see, the text size is all the same, even though some of these are different scales. And the first thing I'm going to do is go like that. I want to check another page. Let's see, this one's full. This is foundation also. Yeah, okay. So yeah, like this detail is kind of shallow. I may drop this line down here and put 3 vertically right here, but let's just do it. Copy in place. Move this back here. Click on this one. So what I did is I have a shortcut button for copy and paste in place, or what is it really called? You copy and then you paste and hold position is what it's really called. And then I'll hit LL for line, because that's just too easy. Take this square. This square is 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to do point to point move. So this is from John. When you click down, that's not when you grab something in point to point. It's when you let go and your mouse left button comes up. So when I'm in a big hurry and I'm doing point to point, sometimes I don't realize I thought I clicked it and I started moving my mouse. And then when I let up, my cursor might be that far away from the object I wanted, and I get mad at Chief and I go, "What are you doing, Chief? I clicked right on there." Well, he said that the down click is not the selecting click. It's the release click. And that would be, hey, X19, that would be a really cool feature to add where you could user select whether you wanted the down click or the up click. SketchUp gives you that option. So they figured it out. Can't be that hard. Like I know it. Like I know anything about computer programming. So I'm going to, the only reason I have these little squares is just to equally place, because then I can delete them. And you see this XX, we're going to go in here and hit open object, which to me is 00. Or I've got a Stream Deck button, but I'm already here on the keyboard. I don't have to go anywhere. Go here, type in, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's call it 5. And I think the rest of this stuff is good. Yep, towards call out, smaller. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Enter, enter. The reason why I picked the Pentagon was I thought it's kind of like a house where the walls got away from them. But I didn't just want circles. I see that everywhere. So I figured I'll just start using Pentagon. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one up here will be 6, so I need to change this one. Oh. Go to edit. Change this to 07, enter. So this is very uniform. When you set up a call out and you use the call out line or whatever, let's see, what do they call that? Use call out. Under attributes, turn on cross section line. I always make this minimum length. For me, it defaulted to 2 inches. I made it 1 because if you don't have much text here, it'll carry that line out a little ways. Now, you might like that. I don't know. But if you do 1, it will follow how much text you have. So that's handy. And then this automatic label is reading this over here. Okay, so as soon as I brought that over, I need to see what's going on. It won't let me. Well, look. This is so weird. It's not letting me, but you'll have to trust me that under here is the word that we're using for concrete slab on grade is under here. I can't interface with it as long as this window's open. If you're doing 3D and you use scale, you need to put in 3D is not to scale or 3D NTS or whatever. But since these are all to scale, then I just put the word scale. It comes defaulted with box scale already in there. And I just add scale : space. Just because you don't have to. Anybody who knows anything about plans would just see that and go, yeah, that's the scale. But I'm adding that extra little bit in case somebody didn't know that. All right, so now I can prove to you. There we go. See that? I don't know why it always does that. It's like old Murphy's hiding out behind me, and every time I think I'm going to do something, he just throws those dice in there. Messes with everything. Oh, and while I'm at it, you need to go check out a guy on YouTube. I think he's called What No Way Man or something like that. But he sounds kind of Canadian from the prairies, and he's just funny. He'll watch a YouTube video. They'll do something with some wild thing, and he'll go, "What? No way." And then he'll go out and try it. And sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But yeah, he's hilarious. What I like is you just watch a bunch of his channel. You'll learn cool little hacks, little tricks on like how to use zip ties for certain things or, whatever. So I don't know if you caught how this all works. If I was a little too distracted, that's just who I am. In fact, I have a great view of the front yard. It's 100 feet to the fence from here and big trees. And there's squirrels. So sometimes I actually have a squirrel moment. So that's it, man. I've been trying to get these all organized so that I can go on my plans, either on the plan itself and reference these, or in the section view, draw a dashed rectangle around things and reference these. And I'm trying to find the things that I use in my area. And then if I do get clients that are, somewhere else, I'll just create new details. Like this detail. This detail is the new thing we're playing with here, is this continuous insulation. And I noticed Chief was ahead of the curve because I started seeing that as a wall type way back. I mean, I'm almost thinking X14. But here we go. Let's. I'm using down here where you see these 3D. I'm using SketchUp for those because it just makes it look so nice. And I think what I'll do is I'll start doing more SketchUp 3D just because it explains things so well. This is from an engineer that one of my builders uses. And this is how they strap their windows. The only difference was he had the header down to the top of the window. And I don't ever do that anymore because we did that in a hotel we were building once. And then they sent out the doors, and the doors didn't match what was on the door schedule because they had some extra metal frame, some kind of fire rated whatever. And so the doors came out 2.5 inches taller than they would have been normally. And so all our headers were set exactly to the rough opening, which should have given us at least 1.5 inches. But what happened was we ended up having to cut out all these headers, all these, and down in the South, you don't have 4-bys. You have built up double 2-bys. And so we went through Sawzall blades and frustration. And in a hotel, there's a lot on the ground floor. So that was only on the ground floor because they made a decision after the fact to make all the ground floor units ADA. And it doesn't always happen. It's a little difficult because you got to have that turn radius and the doors have to change. And so you already have constricted space with walls. But the lesson we learned from that one was headers all the way to the top. Build some kind of ladder system. Like this one, you don't have to build it like this. But if we were doing this with built up headers, we would actually nail that plate on the bottom ahead of time. Or this comes in as a whole ladder assembly, and you stick it up under there. So it's whatever the framing crew feels like they want to do. Some guys are just speed only. But whatever technique you use to do it right. But this is how we do it. If I'm the framer, this is how I do it because it's so much easier just to knock these blocks out. Redo a set of blocks. It taught me, man, you can't trust. I mean, these plans were awesome. The architect drew them correct. He knew that a 9-foot wall was actually 9'1" 1/8. So his name was the name of a rock star. He was from Louisville, Kentucky. I think his name was Nick Felder. Nick something like that. And yeah, he did good. So let's stay on target. This will be typical details. I got a lot of details. This is going to be fun. Truss details. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. More truss stuff. And then hand cut rafter. But I'll tell you, people up here are, they're afraid to do a prescriptive hand cut roof. I don't get it. They all think that trusses are the more efficient way. But as a friend of mine said, they are the illusion of, what does he call that? The illusion of convenience. So for every pro, there's a con. And I'm a big fan of stick-framed roofs. So anyways, now I've really taken up your time. I'm going to get this all done. And if you want more information on how to do this, if you're into Chief, just drop a comment and let me know if you need a different video. But yeah, I'm really liking this because it's making it to where all this is correct. And if I move things, this moves with it. If I want to change what it says right here, I just go rename it over here in the project browser underneath CAD details, which I just recently learned. You can have folders under here because I used to have all this stuff, and that's why I was numbering it, was because I never even thought to right click and there it is. So I'm pretty sure you can put folders like, look at this, new folder under schedules. You could go through and break this all down nice and neat. So, way to go, Chief. I'm kind of excited about 18. I want to see what they've accomplished. I'll tell you one thing that I put in a request on Chief Talk. I would hope that it would come true. And that is, see these note bubbles? Let's go to this one. If there was something in here that I wanted the engineering to do, I would have a second table or schedule. And the engineering, I would like to have a triangle, and the fill of the triangle is orange, and then the number would either be black or white. And I will show you. Let's see if I can. Right now, I could drag this. Let's just do this. You ready? The fill on these notes is always white. And I would like that fill. I would like control over that fill, so that then I can also control. I already can control the color of the text or the numbers or whatever, the characters. But I would like control over that fill, because then I already have plenty of shapes, hexagons, triangles, whatever. Oh, and that's another thing. I would like to have the ability to pick the number of sides I want. So if I wanted a 20-sided, it would look like a circle almost. But if I wanted a 12-sided, I don't even know what that's called. That's not a dodecahedron, but whatever it is, I would like control over that. So if I was going to set these, it would just be like going to the polygon tool, and then it would ask me, okay, how many sides do you want? And when I select that, I can also make that a default, or if I select it, it defaults automatically until I change it. That would be another good way to do that. But having that color, I would like to have orange for engineering. I would like to have like red squares for electrical. Plumbing would be like I don't know, green or blue, or I really don't want to make it brown, but yeah. So we'll see. I happened to mention on Chief Talk, and I guess they scan that site every so often, and somebody said, yeah, great idea. So we'll see. But oh, gotta go. My wife made it home safe and sound. 22 minutes and 24 seconds. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.